V8s are coming back to F1. TotoWolff let it slip, and it gets better. This is F1 Grandstand. I'm Tony Craig, and if you are an F1 fan, you are in the right place. Hit the subscribe button and the bell button now. Join the community and get involved. So let's get into it. This story coming in from Henry Valentine. So for 2026, we have the next era of power units, which focus on greater electrification within the cars with an approximate 50-50 split in electric motor power, combining with internal combustion engine in a 1.6 litre V6. I think as F1 fans, we can all agree that makes us want to vomit a little bit, as we love the roar of a V10 or V8 screaming at insane revs through the streets of Monaco. Well, TotoWolff has let slip about plans for the next wave of engines after this new era of electrification that we are stuck with for the next 5 years. We accept that, even though we did have hopes that this new era of V6 wouldn't stay for the whole 5 years, but this is what the manufacturers have said. While conversations had taken place to potentially replace next year's power units for the 2029 season, Wolff went on to explain that the engine manufacturers in Formula One did not want to invest significant amounts of money in all new engines only to start the process again in a couple of seasons. The new power units next season are likely to be used for a full regulation cycle, potentially up to 2031, but where the teams and manufacturers are aligned, however, is wanting to create the best possible experience for fans. So that's the bad news. Here's the good news. With that, Wolff said the teams will be in dialogue with the top of the FIA and the Formula One manufacturers to continue their really good conversations on the subject. I think we are all on sharing the objective is to have the best possible spectacular regulations to attract fan interest. So, what are those spectacular new regulations to attract fan interest? Toto goes on to let slip, and the V8 at the end was the best consensus and have it naturally aspirated. That is great news. Revving with an energy recovery system that is still a performance differentiator, and all of that is pretty aligned with a sustainable fuel. There's an alignment of interests, and I would say it's a really good conversation that we're having now, very balanced and rational. So, has the penny actually dropped on how to move the sport forward and to make it spectacular for the fans? Yeah. Rewind back to V8s, let them hear the emotive high-pitched roar at 15,000 RPM and have them naturally aspirated. It's what we all want. It ticks all the boxes, cheaper to produce for manufacturers and definitely more emotive for the fans. I mean, GM, they know how to produce a V8, so that's good news for Cadillac. In fact, the simplification of going back to naturally aspirated V8s should open the debate as to whether to introduce the rule that every single team must have a unique engine. I mean, F1 is the pinnacle of motorsport, and I do think the integrity of the sport can come into question when teams like Mercedes and Ferrari collectively are supplying engines to 7 out of 11 teams on the grid. So, good news. Naturally aspirated V8s are coming back, baby, and I am here for it. I just hope that somehow, some way, we don't have to wait a full 5 years for the new 2026 electrified V6 to quietly get shelved and get marked as F1's little mistake. Join me for my live stream tonight at 8 p.m. for your latest F1 news. Thanks for watching F1 Grandstand. Please like, comment, join the community, subscribe and hit the bell so you can keep up to date. It makes a huge difference to the success of the channel, and I am so grateful to each and every one of you. I'm going to see you tonight at 8. Ta-ta.